Today, we're talking about everyone's favorite media mogul and nonagenarian Rupert Murdoch. After a long career of expanding his media empire and buying numerous competitors, the 93-year-old Aussie is still at it. He recently announced a takeover bid for the UK property portal Rightmove, an offer not warmly welcomed by the directors of that company. Today, we're looking at the deal and calculating how much an investor could earn from the takeover should it proceed. I hope you find this video useful, and if you do, I would be awfully grateful if you would take over the like button and subscribe to the channel. Rupert Murdoch was born on the 11th of March 1931 in Melbourne, Australia, to Sir Keith Murdoch, a renowned war correspondent and newspaper executive, and Dame Elizabeth Green, a philanthropist. Rupert grew up in a family deeply embedded in media, and his father's career as a journalist and media proprietor heavily influenced his trajectory. Sir Keith Murdoch controlled several major Australian newspapers, and from a young age, Rupert was exposed to the world of journalism and business. At the age of 21, Rupert Murdoch's father passed away in 1952, leaving him with control of News Limited, a small newspaper group based in Adelaide, Australia. Although News Limited was not large at the time, Murdoch displayed early entrepreneurial acumen by quickly revamping the business model. His initial foray into media management was marked by the acquisition and modernization of the Adelaide News, which became the foundation for his growing empire. In 1969, Murdoch made his first major international acquisition when he purchased News of the World, a leading British tabloid. Shortly after, he bought The Sun, a struggling newspaper that he turned into a highly successful tabloid by implementing his signature blend of sensationalism, sports coverage, and celebrity news. By the 1970s, Murdoch had his eyes on the United States. He acquired the San Antonio News and the New York Post, marking his initial foray into the American media scene. These acquisitions laid the groundwork for future expansions in the US, particularly in the television industry. In 1980, Murdoch consolidated his media holdings under the umbrella of News Corporation, commonly known as News Corp, a conglomerate that became the vehicle for his global media empire. During this decade, Murdoch made significant moves in both print and broadcast media, with acquisitions that spanned continents. In 1985, Murdoch made one of his most significant moves in the American market by purchasing 20th Century Fox and Metro Media's television stations, which he used to launch the Fox Broadcasting Company in 1986. As News Corporation continued its expansion, Murdoch's reach extended across newspapers, television networks, film production studios, and even the Internet. His holdings grew to include dozens of media businesses. However, with growth came controversy. Murdoch's aggressive business tactics, including his influence on editorial content and political affiliations, sparked criticism. His newspapers often took strong stances on political issues, leading to allegations of meddling in politics and bias in news coverage. One of the most damaging controversies for Murdoch's career was the phone hacking scandal that engulfed his British tabloids in the early 2010s. In 2011, it was revealed that journalists from News of the World had engaged in illegal phone hacking of celebrities, politicians, and even victims of crime. The scandal resulted in a major public outcry, multiple investigations, and the eventual closure of News of the World. In the aftermath of the scandal, Murdoch made a significant restructuring move. In 2013, News Corp was split into two distinct companies. News Corp, which focused on the publishing side, including newspapers like the Wall Street Journal and the Times, and 21st Century Fox, which managed the entertainment assets, including Fox Television and film holdings. Then, in one of the most significant deals of his career, Rupert Murdoch agreed to sell most of 21st Century Fox to the Walt Disney Company for $71.3 billion in 2019. This deal included assets such as Fox's film studio, the FX, and National Geographic channels, and a majority stake in Hulu. Murdoch retained control of the Fox Broadcasting Network and Fox News, consolidating these under the newly formed Fox Corporation. By comparison to the News Corp empire, Rightmove is a backwater. The company was founded in 2000 as a joint venture by four major UK property agents, Countrywide, Connells, Halifax, and Royal and Sun Alliance. The company was a pioneer in online real estate listing services. Rightmove quickly gained market share by offering a centralized platform for property buyers, sellers, and renters. In 2006, Rightmove went public on the London Stock Exchange and continued to expand its services, leveraging the UK's booming property market. By the 2010s, Rightmove became the largest online real estate portal in the UK, dominating the market with over 80% of property listings. Rightmove's success has been attributed to its innovative business model, which charges estate agents subscription fees rather than taking commissions. This subscription-based approach, along with strategic acquisitions and partnerships, solidified its position as a leading property website in the UK. Recently, Rightmove has expanded its services, offering tools for mortgage comparison, home valuation, and property market insights. Despite facing competition from rivals like Zoopla and On the Market, Rightmove remains the most visited property website in the UK. Throughout its history, Rightmove has seen substantial growth, now generating revenue of approximately £370 million each year, with profits of almost £200 million. The company has a market capitalization in excess of £5 billion. The move by Murdoch to acquire Rightmove may seem odd, however. In 2000, Lachlan Murdoch, Rupert's son and heir apparent to News Corp, made a very well-timed purchase of shares in Australia's REA Group. REA Group was founded in 1995 in Australia and focused on creating an online real estate platform. The company went public in 1999 on the Australian Securities Exchange. However, due to the dot-com crash, and the company still working through growing pains, the shares fell by more than 90%. Lachlan Murdoch, demonstrating his father's skill in acquiring a bargain, purchased 44% of REA Group for just $2 million Australian dollars, the equivalent of $1.1 million US dollars at the time. After a failed takeover bid in 2005, Lachlan increased News Corp's ownership of REA Group to 62%, effectively taking control of the company, which now has a market capitalization of 25 billion Australian dollars or 17 billion US dollars. It is through REA Group that the Murdochs are attempting to purchase Rightmove in a cash and share transaction. And this isn't the first acquisition conducted through REA Group. The company has previously purchased Move Incorporated, the operator of Realtor.com in the USA, and is owner of Property Tiger in India. REA has also previously bought UK companies. In 2007, it acquired Property Finder in the UK, a competitor to Rightmove. However, this deal was unsuccessful, and Property Finder ceased operations and was sold to competitor Zoopla. In 2021, REA was back with a bid for Move Bubble, a property rental platform. These moves reflect a broader strategy to dominate the global online real estate market, supported by the Murdoch-led News Corp. The first bid for Rightmove, made on the 2nd of September, was for £7.05 per share, which was quickly rebuffed by the Rightmove directors. Just days later, REA Group was back with a bid of £7.50 per share, which was again rebuffed. On Monday, REA submitted its third bid of £7.70 per share for a total value of £6.1 billion, or approximately 8.1 billion US dollars, with an appeal to the shareholders of Rightmove that they petition the company directors to seriously consider the offer. For their part, the Rightmove directors said they would carefully consider the offer, but they have also noted the approach to be opportunistic, and that it significantly undervalues the company and its future prospects. The terms of the bid specify that REA will offer £3.41 in cash and 0.422 of its own shares for each Rightmove share, for a total consideration of £7.70, against a current market price of £6.88 for each Rightmove share. Additionally, REA Group will apply for a listing on the London Stock Exchange to broaden its investor appeal and make it easier for UK owners to trade their shares. Should an arbitrager wish to take a position in this deal, they would long Rightmove, and for each Rightmove share purchased, short 0.422 shares in REA Group. Such an investor can expect to generate a return of 11.58%, or an annualized return of 28.19%. However, due to the negative reaction from the Rightmove directors, reducing the probability of the deal closing, the risk-adjusted return is negative 4.48%, with an expect loss, should the deal fail to close, of 31.08%. Whilst the expected and annual returns are prospectable, and the risk-adjusted return low only due to the directors' unwillingness to accept the offer, an arbitrager may be inclined to look further into this opportunity. One point noted by the Rightmove directors and other media commentators is that Rightmove is undervalued compared to its international peers, and as such, Murdoch will bag a bargain if the deal proceeds. Rightmove commands an 86% share of the UK property listing market and is incredibly well run. In fact, the company is cited as being the UK's most profitable, generating an operating profit margin of 71%, the next most profitable company only generating a 55% operating profit margin. Despite this success, the company is still trading relatively cheaply compared to its international peers and to its own historical averages. Rightmove, prior to the takeover announcement, was trading at 20 times forward earnings, compared to a 5-year average of 26 times. Additionally, REA Group is trading at almost double Rightmove's enterprise value over EBITDA at 28 times compared to 15 times. This suggests that the Rightmove directors may be correct when they state the company is undervalued. This could result in a higher bid from Murdoch or another interested party, the shareholders refusing to vote in favour of any proposed takeover, or possibly Murdoch bagging another bargain. One final point of note to possible arbitrageurs in this deal is the potential foreign exchange risk. Should an investor take a long position in Rightmove and short REA Group, there is the possibility of an adverse movement in the sterling and Australian dollar exchange rate, for which an intelligent investor will have to account. So, what does everyone think of this deal? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and follow if you found the video useful. Be aware that all the figures mentioned are at the date of my calculations and will change in line with the share price, any changes to the deal terms, and the duration to close. As always, this information is provided for educational purposes only. You should not consider anything in this video to be investment or financial advice, nor a recommendation or endorsement to buy or sell any financial instrument. You should always conduct your own research before considering any investment and seek independent financial advice. Thank you for joining me today, and until next time, have a great day.